Hey everyone, it's Drew from the Silver Heights Neighborhood Association, back again with another YouTube video. And today we're doing our first part 2 for Thinking Thursdays, because I wanted to come back to a video we did in the past, and that is patterns. We're gonna have more patterns on the whiteboard today. We're gonna go through them, and we're gonna make them more difficult this time. We're gonna make it more of a challenge. See if we've expanded our pattern knowledge since the previous video. So, yeah, let's get right into it. Part 2, patterns, coming right up. Okay, so we got our 5 patterns here. We're going to see if we can get through them. We're going to see if we can figure these out. Some of these are a bit tricky. Some of them are a bit tough. Some of them we're wanting the 3 next things, the 2 next things. So we're going to see how we do. Okay? So let's go through it one by one. I'll walk it through it and then give you a chance to answer. And then we'll give you the answer. Okay? So here we go 1, 2 2s, and then we go back to 1, 2 2s, and then there's a 3. So here we're asking for the next three things. So you can say, if this goes 1 and then it goes 2 for 2 and then it goes back to 1, you can say that this is the end of the first row of the pattern. Okay? So then it goes back to 1, 2 2s, and then when we go to 3, if you haven't figured it out, you can pause. But at 3, we're gonna go 3 3s. Okay? And then that's gonna be the end of that. And what do we start with? 1. So the way this pattern basically works is each number shown, the same amount of that number shows up in the pattern. Okay? And then every time you reach the end of the pattern, the specific sequence, you add the next number. So the next would be 1 2 2 3 3 3, and then 4 4 4 4. Simple. Maybe not simple, but you get it. Okay. Here we go square, circle, circle, square, square, circle, circle. Now this one's a bit tricky. It sounds even more confusing when I say it out loud. So we're going square, circle, circle, square, square, circle, circle. It might make you think that this is 2 circles at the 2 squares. My bad. 2 squares at the end here, right? Because you think 2 circles, 2 squares, 2 circles, 2 squares. But you gotta think about it. Where does this pattern sequence end? And it's right here. It's not here. It's not here. It's here, right? So you go square, circle, circle, square, pattern ends, square, circle, circle, square. Okay, 2 down, 3 to go. Cooking on gas here. Okay, so here we go plus, minus, times, divide, divide, times, minus. Now again, this is a great way to try to figure out how patterns work. Try to figure out, where does it end? Where does the original sequence end? And then from there, you can figure out what's happening in the next sequence that can give you the answer to what's happening further on in this sequence. So if we look here, plus, minus, times, divide, okay? That might be the end here, or it could go on. So we'll just, that seems like the most likely end, but it doesn't go straight back to plus. So it's a bit confusing. So then we think, okay, so where's the real ending? And we go, so this goes plus, minus, times, divide, divide, times, minus. And if you look, these 3 have just been made backwards, like they've been flipped around. So you can say oh, well, what came before minus here? Plus. And then you know this is where the pattern ends. And then what did it start with originally? Plus again. So you go double plus. Simple, easy. As long as you can figure out where the pattern, where the sequence ends, it makes it quite easy. Okay, one more, or two more, my bad. You go line, or vertical line, horizontal line, horizontal line, vertical line, vertical line, horizontal line, horizontal line. Now, this is a different type of pattern. And it somewhat goes against what I've been saying. But sometimes in a pattern, you can have like an outlier, okay? And basically, what this is gonna mean is that you can see this, you see a pattern forming here, but then you see this here. And basically what this is gonna mean is the pattern is an endless, it never ends. And it starts with one vertical line and it goes, and then it conforms to this. So knowing that there are patterns like that where it's just endless, it doesn't have a repeat, it's not a sequence, you can see one vertical line is just the starting point, and then we jump into our pattern, which makes us know for a fact that these are two vertical lines, because it goes two horizontal, two vertical, two horizontal, two vertical. Easy enough? Okay. Last but not least, we go triangle, circle, rectangle, circle, rectangle. Okay. So, here, it's difficult. It's difficult to find where this pattern's going to end. So, what you need to do is you need to see if there's any patterns going on. If there's anything you can see. And what we can see here is you have a circle and a rectangle, and then a circle and a rectangle. So, now that might make you think it's another version of this, which it very well could be. So, if it is like that, what would the next part be? You started with a triangle, and then we're jumping in circle, rectangle, which means the next one is going to be a single circle, and then rectangle, circle, so on and so forth. And that's patterns part 2. Made it more difficult. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you found this informative. Thinking Thursday. Hope you got to use some brain power, get that noggin going. And yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week with another Thinking Thursday. Okay, see ya.